you get a lot of men who are that dude to a lot of women, and they run into the right woman, and all that dude goes out the window because they don't want to lose her or rub her the wrong way. And I've experienced that a lot of times. Or a man who says, to your point, says, she's so strong, I don't want to buck. I don't want to. And it's not bucking. It's, can you facilitate me and facilitate?
No, a man loves peace. This woman is completely insufferable. We've been listening to this interview a little over 20 minutes, and we all ready to rip our eyes and ears and all that out.
All right, Doc, tell me this. How can a low-value man be high functioning? That's what I want to know. How can a low-value man be high functioning? Tell me that.
Hold on, let me drink. Take me a sip.
Yeah, me too.
Because no, that does, what you just said leads into that question. Because
well, he took it straight. He said, hold on, y'all had your woman talk.
I'm going way too long.
Dang.
Okay. How can a low-value man be high functioning?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to clear this up.
Okay.
Kevin Samuels used his low value or his term of value as the noun of value, which is morals and values, which I love that too. I loved his term as well, right? Morals and values of a person. I use the value term as an adjective word, which is value in your success, your accolades, your money, your relationships, what you got going on socially, economically. So when I say a man can be low value, that just means that he doesn't make a lot of money. His economic status isn't high. He's not affluent.
What are you talking about?
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You're a liar.
Here's what I'll say. First thing first. Will y'all just let the Godfather rest in peace? For crying out loud. It seems like every day it's like more and more people with his name in their mouth trying to debunk something he done said 4, 5, 6 years ago. Y'all got to move on with life. I mean, like you say, show respect and just keep it moving. But for y'all to keep bringing this man's name up is crazy. From you to Kendra and so many more y'all.
There you go. Straight grifting. A lot of grifting in his space. Now all of a sudden, can't let that brother rest. And misquoting them. That's why y'all need to let it go. Misquoting them and just terrible. If this were not his terms, he said that time and time again. He would say, I did not come up with this. This is observable truth. This is reality. It's undisputable. But go off, you hyena. Tell us your truth.
High functioning just means that this man has emotional intelligence. He has ability to regulate his emotions. He has ability to sit and create resolve with us and not bring in more impairment into our conversation, right? A perfect example of high functioning is what me and your beautiful wife just did.
Yeah.
We had a perception exchange. There's things that she heard me say that she pushed back on, but there was never a time where our emotions wouldn't allow us to receive each other.
Right.
Yeah,
And still not have a respectful conversation. And after this, still give a hug and love on each other and have a glass of wine if we wanted to, right? So again, low value man is a man who just economically isn't affluent. Doesn't make a lot of money, just to put it out there easy. High functioning means this man can have a conversation.
Okay.
This man can regulate his emotions.
Okay.
He can receive a difference in opinion.
Okay.
Right? He is not fleeing or sabotaging the conversation as soon as things don't go his way because his inability to sit.
Where the hell are y'all making these words up from? Bonquisha got her own dictionary, right? What they talk about, high functioning. Now she talking about low value, high functioning. That means your pockets is broke, but you can articulate yourself and have a conversation as if you're a doctor or something, but you broke as hell.
And see, I'm trying to keep my cool because it ain't broke. It's not making what they desire. I wish a hyena might. So you telling me this brother can be 6 foot whatever, all that good stuff, intelligent, hold a conversation, emotionally in tune, God-fearing. But the fact that he is making average to slightly above average $40,000 to $60,000, let's keep it there because I'm pretty sure they would call that broke. You dare call that man low value? You a liar. Kev did not say that man was low value. He would simply say because he said just because you're rich don't mean you are high value. You got to have multiple things. And it was moral conduct and income. So to be a high value man, you got to meet all of it. You can't just be halfway there. As men, we have rules, and these hyenas don't.
in uncomfortable emotions or sit in discomfort when the table isn't turning to him. Just like a high value, low functioning man, which is a lot of men many men who are in power are high value, low functioning. High value meaning what? They got the money. They got the value. They got the home. They got the real estate portfolio. They got the yacht. They can travel, right? They can in their illusion, in their fake fairy tale ideology, can purchase a woman. Women can't be bought. That's a whole nother episode.
They can't be bought. They being bought every day.
Let's talk about that too.
They being bought right now.
And men are getting exactly what they paying for.
And when you say that, what you mean?
They getting what they paying for. That's
like.
You ready?
Yeah,
They getting either vagina, an STD, or a baby mama.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you buying. You can't buy substance. You can't buy love. You can't buy this.
No.
Man, what are you talking about?
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You're a liar.
This is insane. Shout out to this brother, because he gonna be standing on business. She gonna say you can't buy Kudakata. He said people are literally buying Kudakata every day. She gonna say that's fine because they getting exactly what they deserve and which is what? Diseases, baby mama, child support, stinking Kudakata. All right, you ain't getting my goods.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Got the same damaged and broken rhetoric as Kendra. This broken hyena claims that most, if not all, because every financially successful guy she came across has only treated her like skeet meat. So her theory is most, if not all, high value guys are low functioning. Low functioning. I hate even saying that stupid stuff. How is a high value man a man that's conquering the world, a CEO, whatever, entrepreneur? How in the heck can he be considered low functioning? To you, he's low functioning to you because you ain't worth high function. You ever think about that, doctor? You ain't worth high function. You just worth high meat.
So here we go. You can't buy Kudakata. And then she went on to give her spiel. So what are you saying about your melanated sisters? Do all of them got STDs and baby mamas and child support? Is that what you saying?
What role? Speak up. Speak into the mic.
You can't buy this.
No,
You can't buy marriage.
no.
This ain't bought. Okay, this ain't bought. This is built. This is built.
Yeah.
This is intimacy. This is love. This is conversation. This is love each other by knowledge of each other. This can't be bought.
For sure.
You have a woman.
Well, you can't buy love, but you can buy a woman, though. She might not
You
love
can buy a body.
Okay.
There you go.
You can buy a vessel.
Okay.
You can have an exchange for a service from a woman, whether it's time, sex, or time or sex. Oh, I'm sorry. Time or sex. Oh, I'm sorry. Those aren't substances, right? So you can buy those. That's called solicitation and prostitution. Okay, I'm back. Now you asked about high function.
And it's not just that. It's a conversation. They can talk to them 304s. I would say this, good doctor, you offer the same thing they offer. Kudakata and a headache. Y'all women like you, good doctor, y'all say y'all don't cook, y'all don't clean, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. So what do y'all bring to the table besides a damn headache and some starfish Kudakata?
I love how it gets exposed, how these hyenas cannot have real conversations. They are the first ones to say, you got to be open to new information. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. But the good doctor, she ain't, because she know everything. And she has that insatiable need to be right. They done backed her against a wall. They like, you can buy a woman. So now you can buy a vessel. Like, all right. All right. And then that's P-tuition and soliciting. The purchase is still made. You are still wrong, even in your own explanation.
Low value.
Yeah.
A high function, high value, low functioning guy has a lot of money, has value, but he has low functioning behavior. He can't process his emotions. He has a lot of narcissistic characteristics. If the conversation goes in a way that doesn't work for him, guess what? On to the next.
It's a lot of
he's
men
on
like
sabotage. Yeah. Or he doesn't want to have this conversation anymore. Or you just not conducive for him.
Okay.
Right? So in that circumstance I just described, that's a man who is more than likely doing what? Buying a woman.
So
Or let me say better, buying a body. Because you can't buy a woman, you're buying a body. You're buying a body.
So tell me this. So would a woman prefer a low value, high functioning man? Is that something you would prefer?
A woman?
No, I'm speaking to you.
Oh, me. So I love that. So if I had to choose between a high value, low functioning, right? Or high functioning, low value man, I would take the low value, high functioning.
You would?
I have to have a man who loves me, supports me, who understands intimacy, not just sex, who can hold a conversation with me, an intellectual conversation, who can be transactional and relational with me, who, when my strong opinion gets strong, he can sit in the discomfort of that. When his strong opinion gets strong, I can sit in that discomfort and still make him dinner. I can still make sure daddy has what he needs in the morning for work.
Gotcha.
I can still make sure that he is well taken care of.
Would you
I'm
still
not
respect
denying
him
it.
like a high value man?
Yes.
Okay.
So at this point in your life,
Now, let me be clear. I didn't say a man who was lazy or broke or didn't work, because low value men just means they make less money. They're not men that don't work. These men are educated. These men are working. These men they're blue collar men. Blue collar men make six figures. They make six figures.
I mean, they make six. I feel if a man makes six figure, I don't really classify him as low value, man. You reached a six figure point.
So, and this is the thing, right?
it's very subjective.
There you go.
Yeah.
We agree on that. Low value is subjective.
Okay.
I always say, for me personally, I'm not clocking the dollar amount that my
You are. Here we go. She gonna try to talk her way out of this, and we here for it. Low value, high functioning. The net of it, Cheyenne Bryant is 43 years old. 43, no kids. She done been engaged a bunch of times, and she waiting on her man like Kendra. She done froze her eggs. She waiting. She part of the frozen egg game.
I'm here. I'm trying to add up this data. So low value means low money. And as of right now, $100,000 a year to her is low money. So goodness gracious, see what I mean? Is that not the work of the devil? So you got this guy, her words, that is emotionally intelligent, in tune, can sit in discomfort, all that bull jive, and he also make $100,000, minimal bills. And you gonna look at that man and say you are low value. The devil.
husband makes. It's what lifestyle can we provide ourselves and our family collectively.
So,
It's a lifestyle we can provide, because you don't need a lot of money for certain lifestyles.
Okay, I heard what you're saying. So would you take a high functioning man making $50,000 a year?
That wouldn't fit my lifestyle.
So you wouldn't take it?
Wow.
Not because he makes 50,000.
Why?
then
right?
it's because he makes
It
$50,000.
is because he
Hold
makes
on.
50 high functioning.
It's not the judgment of the dollar amount.
What is
It's
it?
because of where I'm at in my lifestyle. So it wouldn't be equally yoked. It wouldn't be yin yang for me. Now let's just say
So that's the reason, though.
That's the
Dr.
reason.
Cheyenne, because you said you wouldn't take him if he made $50,000. It's not about judgment. It's about the fact that you
It's
just
about
can't
like,
pay
you
for
can't-
what you need
yeah.
to
what
pay
I'm saying
for,
is,
right?
if a woman is in the space where she's making $80,000 and this man can add to whatever her lifestyle is, and he makes $50,000, for her that is conducive. I'm not going to say the amount I make, but I do really, really well.
Yeah.
And so if I got with the man who's making $50,000, I would be the breadwinner and I would be taking full care of him, because the lifestyle that I have for myself and my family wouldn't be fair to him, because he would come in and he wouldn't even be able to slightly provide.
That's
that
cool.
would
That's
Total
what I was
sense.
at. It
Makes
makes
total
sense.
sense. I wouldn't take a man that's making
Oh no, that means a man will come in and he has no control over the situation, right? Because the lifestyle should be dictated on the man. I say whether or not we going on vacation or if we buying this or buying that. He said no. She dictates it. So if you can't afford to keep up, you ain't for her. You got no control over the situation.
Your income with highness like this determines their cooperation and femininity. It's 100% transactional and conducive on the fact that you earn more, than you gotta earn more. Ain't no way around that. Ain't the same. Yeah, the same or more. See, why she won't just let this go? It has to do with the money. Oh no, he can't fit my lifestyle. Again, what if he has no bills? What if he is financially, literate and responsible, and he got paid off card? See what I'm saying? No, still can't do it. Can't respect him. You're broke.
wouldn't be fair to him, because he would come in and he wouldn't even be able to slightly provide.
That's
that
cool.
would
That's
total
what I was
sense.
at. It
Makes total sense. I wouldn't take a man that's making
but what I'm saying
$50,000.
is, but it goes further than that, because psychologically that would impair that man. That would impact that man. I have yet to meet a man who doesn't want to be able to add or provide when he is saying, I'm ready to be a husband and I'm ready to be a father. Those men who are family men, not street men, family men, they take pride in providing for their wives. And so if that man can't provide, that is a direct emasculation on its own.
I agree with all
Yeah,
that.
totally.
But I'm a little confused because you said it wouldn't be because he makes $50,000. But
Yeah.
that is the reason,
That is
right?
the
No.
reason.
I'm taking accountability and saying it would be because of what I make. It would be because of where I am in my life. So it wouldn't be because you make $50,000, you ain't shit. It would be because of where I am in my life, right?
Right.
You just wouldn't be a good fit. I wouldn't be a good fit for you.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. So it's not me, because my thing is, I have friends who are married, who are making a certain amount, and they are very freaking happy and living a great lifestyle. It's all subjective. And so again, I would never tell a man, let me word it better, because you made 50,000, you can't be with me. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, because of where I have grown and because of the lifestyle I became accustomed to, I wouldn't be a good fit for
That's
you.
the same thing.
That's the same thing. That's what I was saying.
It can be to us, because you're not the man I'm saying that
Okay.
to.
You a lie.
This
And the
is
truth ain't in you.
wow. This is Braddock Hoodoo. We've been hearing the same thing for like the last 3 shows. It started with Kendra. It went to Ebony K. Now it's going to her. They say the same thing. Money don't matter. Money don't matter. But I'm only around rich people. So the thought of me being with an average person, I can't even compute it because I'm not around y'all. So, and they say the same stuff. This is crazy.
Stop with the hypocrisy. Money and lifestyle go hand in hand. Your lifestyle is based on your income or money. Just stop it. And what I'm hearing is your lifestyle, your worldly possessions, your rainbow Gucci blazer, your fancy fake hair, your overpriced automobile is keeping you from a man. Your worldly possessions is keeping you from what's most important in this world, and that's building a relationship with people that you love. Pathetic at best.
Okay, I get what
So
you're saying.
for me, because when I'm having a conversation with a man about this, my intention is never to emasculate him or never to make him feel small. So words do matter when it comes to a conversation you're having with someone, when you intentionally are not trying to tell them, you ain't good enough, bro.
It's the
Yeah,
same
but what if
thing.
he's
Whether you say
he's
it or
high
not.
functioning, he making 50, he make you feel
For
beautiful.
me personally, that is still a great man, but he's not conducive for where I am in my
'Cause
career.
he don't make enough
as a
money for
woman.
you.
Because he couldn't sustain, and it would in return
You
affect
couldn't,
this man.
you couldn't respect him. You couldn't
No, I
respect
could
him.
respect him.
You can respect him?
Yes.
Well, then why wouldn't you take him? He make 50, he make you happy.
Because what happens is psychologically, when that man cannot provide for a woman of my caliber, it affects him. So as he becomes
agree.
emasculated, as his confidence starts to dip,
She's deflecting. This is Wonder Woman with her bracelets. Yeah. Shout out to the guy from Seinfeld. It's not you. It's not me. It's you. It's not you. It's me. You know what I mean? She playing mind tricks. Yeah. Because I wouldn't be good for him. It's not that he wouldn't be good for me. I would love him, but he couldn't. Stop.
Shout out to this brother. He keep backing her against that wall. He like, we not letting you out this corner. You go admit you are wrong, good doctor. Again, it's the freaking money. He like, what do you mean he making you happy? Why you won't be able to respect him? No. Tell the truth, doctor. It won't work because you will not be able to help yourself but throw your income in his face and make sure he feels less than. No. Otherwise, he wouldn't be tripping. You showing up and you like, hey, what you want for dinner? He like, I can have a hamburger. And you like, hey, you know what? I'm treating us to lobster. Ain't no man stressing over that. But if you like, what you want for dinner? He like, let's have a hamburger. And you like, nah, I'm tired of hamburgers. I'm tired of doing that. That's cheap. Need lobster. See that? That's her. She gonna be throwing it right in his face.
And here's my question to all these boss chicks. Why are y'all having such a hard time finding this high value man? Y'all are so great. Y'all so awesome. Y'all in the room with him every day, essentially, but y'all all got the same cry. Y'all can't get him.
Well, the good doctor is giving them their out, Mr. X. It ain't because there's nothing wrong with them. These high value men, Dr. Cheyenne says they're low functioning. They're defective, Mr. X. Try again.
as his self-esteem starts to dip, at that point, a woman starts to lose respect, because I can only respect you at the level that you respect yourself. So why would I put a man in a position that is called selfish to me? And to me, that's a little narcissistic of a woman to say, I'm gonna put you in this position, knowing I'm gonna have to have full control, knowing I'm gonna have to take full care of you. And then just say, well, it's gonna affect you mentally. And when it does, I'll just roll on that and maybe either take advantage of your vulnerability, or just say, well, I can be the powerhouse. I can always look like the one that's big, the big shot or the big dog of this relationship. Right. No, I'm not here to make a man feel small. I'm here to make any man, whether it's my man or a man outside of me, to know he's a king. And he needs to be with the right fit to be kinged, because it will affect that man a lot more than it will affect the woman who is choosing him.
Do you want
I see it happen in my office all the time.
Do you want to be married eventually?
Yes,
You do?
I will.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why do you believe you're not married already?
Well, I mean, one, I wanted to wait until my career was fully, really to the space it is now. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have kids, for me personally, born in a deficit. They're born in equity, and equity is not just financial things, right, and accolades and things that I can offer surfacely or externally, but I wanted to make sure that I was in a place where I'm not just choosing a husband, but I'm choosing a father. A lot of women choose husbands, and then they go, he's not a great father. And of course, you don't know if he's good at either until you are in the experience of them. But you can use something called wisdom that can help you choose better. Doesn't mean you're going to choose perfect. And it doesn't mean that I'm exempt from divorce or I'm exempt from any of the things, because I'm not, that come with a marriage or a relationship whatsoever. But yeah, I wanted to wait until I am exactly where I am now. And so this year, I've said on other shows as well that I took my IUD out this year and I am now ready to be married. And I think that if more people did it on their terms.
Where'd you find that at? Because in one breath, you say you are a Christian woman, you follow the Bible, you with God. On the other hand, you just took your man-made IUD out your kudakata because you was having intercourse out here before marriage and you didn't want to have a oops baby. But now you took your birth control out and you're ready for marriage. Where is this chapter in the Bible where somebody took their birth control out at 43 and now they ready?
Oh, that's the Book of Hyenas, Mr. X. It's got one chapter and it's got one verse. It's one of the lost books of the Bible that Queen James ripped out. It's the Hyena, Book of Hyenas, chapter 1, verse 1. It reads, I'm going to do whatever the heck I want to do, the end.
I think that marriage would be healthier, not perfect. Doesn't mean it's without problem. I think that it would be a happier marriage because you're doing it from a place of, I now as a woman or as a man, I'm ready. And I feel like I have the things I want to offer my partner, not what can I get from you. I want to get married because I'm lonely. I want to get married because, I need economic help here. I want to get married because I want to have someone that's good on my arm. Those aren't reasons to get married. I now feel like I have the things I want to offer my husband.
Now, key word as we going forward. This is what it looks like in no man's land. Rest in peace to the Godfather. He said, now I ain't worried about a guy looking good on my arm. Now I ain't worried about meat clashing. Now I'm ready. I'm ready to serve.
Do you really, good doctor, think a high-functioning, high-value man that your kudakata desperately desires, do you think he gonna fall for that? That now you ready after all of this meat carousel, you done took out your birth control, you admitted to having a roster, you admitted to being in situationships, you admitted to all this stuff. But now with this ripe old age, this man, again, his value is at its highest. Ladies, your value is at its highest in your mid-20s at the latest. You done went through college, got your little education, then get a lot of debt. You about 25 or so. That's your Mecca. That's it. After that, you playing, and you messing around for real, for real. Do not listen to these hyenas. They sending y'all up the stream in a burning boat.
Not just, what I had in the past, which would have been good enough because I was engaged, twice. But for me, I want to be able to be like, listen, I did all this work, baby, not just for me, but I had my husband in mind. I did this entire time that I was building my career, that I was building, my family, which is my mother and my brothers and my siblings. I was building my character. I was building my way of being of service to my husband. And I was building my attitude of gratitude. I was fixing my abandonment. I was fixing the internal things that I felt would cause impairment through experience of other relationships I've been in. I was fixing knowing when to shut the hell up and allow him to just be a man. I was fixing my emotional intelligence. And so if people would work on themselves first, the relationship won't be perfect, but it'll damn sure be mature. It'll be emotionally intelligent, and it'll be a lot better than the relationships and marriages that are in my office and that I see everybody put a mask on about.
Okay, what you saying there, do you think your profession make you look at relationships and marriage different?
Well, who gave you these questions?
Nobody. These questions I got a lot on my plate.
I love them. You said, do I think it makes me look at them?
Okay, I said, do you think your profession make you look at relationships and marriage different?
You know what? Not just my profession per se. It's the married couples who I know personally.
Okay.
Who are friends and family. There are more married couples that are engaging in infidelity than there are single people who are having sex.
That's crazy.
Are you
Is that statistical or you just think that? Like you just see that based on your perception of what you see?
I haven't researched it.
Okay.
To say studies. You know, if I did, I would say studies. Show. Haven't researched to say study, but I've been in my field for 17, 18 years.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Anecdotal at best. Kendra said the same thing. Oh, majority of these married women got STDs. Where the hell you come? Y'all just be lying. She gonna say majority of these married folks is the ones cheating. Stop. You using and she using the people that come into her office, her clients and her family. She said my examples coming from my family and my clients. You just airing out people's laundry. Yeah, they all cheating on each other in my family.
HIPAA? And then there HIPAA laws. Is that it? Is that what's supposed to stop this snitching online? I would imagine if you or her family, this y'all auntie, y'all best friend, y'all watching these shows, are you not? And she just air y'all out. Flat out. She like, they cheating. And if it's 5 couples is watching and they all say like, wait, did y'all hear what she said? Who cheating? Now people got to figure so if it's true. That's again, they always got to shine a dark light on what can possibly happen in the marriage. Get on my nerves. They can't say nothing good. That's tainted, a jaded perspective. It ain't worth listening to.
One, I'm 42. Majority of the people around me are married.
Oh, you're 42? Okay,
yeah.
what are you 42?
From family all the way down to friends are married.
Yeah.
I am on the biggest relationship live podcast now, Tonight's Conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have my talk show, True Talks. I've been doing this a long time. You know, I co-produce a whole.
Yeah, I'm on the biggest show. Shout out to Mojo Jojo. He collecting these hyenas like infinity stones. He like, I got Ebony K. I got or Dr. Bryant. I got Kendra G. I got these people. And he like, come on stage so I can make money off y'all humiliating yourselves.
Dinner for schmucks. Mark my words. You heard it. SBC first. That whole Tonight's Conversation for sisters like Kendra and her that's getting invited. Don't nobody agree with them. That's why for them it's dinner for schmucks. Stand by and watch.
Show around relationship, Teen Mom Family Reunion, the #1 show on MTV. When I take all that in collective, married people are sleeping with other married people. Married people are sleeping with single people, and majority of the single people are being pursued by married people. And so I said majority, not all. There are very happy marriages. There are very, very faithful marriages, very, very, very marriages that are infidelity.
Majority.
Not infidelity, but infidelity.
Yeah.
So it's not my clients per se, because my clients give me hope.
Okay.
My clients actually, I admire them because they're coming to session and they're wanting to work
They're
on
putting
it.
in the work.
Come
Yeah.
on, they're putting in work.
Yeah.
They want to be there. They're not only investing their money, their time, they're crying, they're reshaping, they're doing the work. And you can see them want it so bad. That part, that part turns me on about marriage. That part is like, that's the work. You know, that's the love. That's the part that's exciting, that, you know, two people who really want each other, not codependently need each other, but they want to do this.
You're very articulate and you're very, very strong. Do you feel like in your relationships that comes into your relationship and can be a hindrance to like communication? Because with you being an expert, it can be intimidating to a man who is just trying to
be a damn man.
Yeah, trying to be a man and trying to have a conversation with his woman, but then you come in talking about, you know, analyzing him.
Clinical, like,
Yeah, you clinical.
gaslighting.
Yeah.
Let's dissect that.
Exactly.
Unpack that. Onion peel that.
He like, hold on, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm gone.
I'm out of here so quick.
Right. So do you do that? Do you feel like you've ever had that issue where you start to
Without
talk to
knowing
somebody
it.
like, yeah.
So if I don't know,
No.
then I wouldn't know. But
Okay.
but,
know.
I'm saying from past
but
experience with-
meaning like, if I didn't know I was doing it, then I didn't know. But from my awareness, no. From my awareness, no.
Okay.
And interesting enough, when I've had men who I'm dating go, I know you're not at work, but I want to ask you. I'm like, because I'm not at work. And I'm a hybrid, right? So Dr. Bryant is an intellect and is a...
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
She's so full of cap. She said, no, I would never be analyzing my boyfriends, you know, psychoanalyzing them. In fact, they come and ask me. They are asking me to do it. And I'm telling them, no, I'm not at work. I ain't about to I took the hat off. All right. I'm your girl. I ain't your shrink.
Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Hey, bae, can you fix me? What's wrong with me, bae? Come on, put on your Dr. Strange hat and fix me, good doctor. She likes that. I'm telling you what I know. She want a young whippersnapper that she can control like that. That's not a problem. Just admit it. Say, you know what? Through all of my brokenness and my inflamed nerves, she likes saying inflamed, my inflamed nerves, inflamed nervous system, I need us to son a man. He got to be able to deal with me being inflamed and egregious and a little bit narcissistic. And that's fair. Those ninjas out there, they tender-hearted. That's your man, a tender-hearted ninja.
A analyst and is a psychology expert. And when my doctor hat is on, I am completely like tapped in, tuned in, and all the way into you guys' like pain. I'm like, I'm in it with you. I'm not on the opposite side of this couch. Like when we're in session, I'm literally in this with you. And I am feeling and moving and I'm so invested, right? But when I am not with my clients and I'm not in my profession, I am just a woman trying to be a woman. So if anything, I would say that what I don't like is men will come in, not often, not all the time, but sometimes and be like, but you're a therapist, you should know. The fuck?
Really?
I'm a woman, I'm dating you. I want to have a relationship. I'm trying to have a regular conversation. So maybe I'm not as articulate during dinner. Maybe I'm not using big terms. I'm not using clinical terms. Maybe I may say something like, that's some bullshit in that tone, right? Like, oh my God, I love that. You may get that more out of me. You may get like, hey daddy, are you hungry? You may not get, hi, did you eat at 12 p.m.? Because, clinically, if you don't eat past, come on, we're not doing that, right? And so what I have found is when they see Cheyenne come out, they're like, oh shit. I love it here. I love it here. But when I am held to be at this very intellectual standard of being a doctor, I'm turned off because I don't want to be that. Now, if you want to role play or something, but I want to be able to be a woman, and I understand that he deserves.
Well, listen here. Legend has it that this is all a role play. So it ain't never really a doctor hat on, not a real one. Maybe the same one Umar, you and Umar, y'all went to the same damn college. It was on some laptop somewhere. I don't know.
They was in a computer lab playing goddamn going number crunchers and goddamn Oregon Trail half the time. Ain't learned nothing. Stop. Again, they sit here describing these men and how they want them to behave. Get you a good old little boy toy and hush the heck up. I don't want to analyze you. I'm trying to be your woman. I'm trying to be your girl. If a woman hurls profanities at you, shout out to G Honda. That ain't your, she said, what the F? What the F? I'm trying to be a woman. Just leave. Once they start cursing at you, I don't think there's no going back.
To be able to just be a man. Now, have I said comments like, babe, that might be coming from like a mommy issue? I have. But did I say that prior to being a doctor? I did. Yeah. Right? I was already natural an analyst that would pick things apart and want to figure out how we can get to the root of this issue. Even if me and you were just best friends. I'm the best friends that's like, when you do that shit that you do, it don't work for me. So because divorce ain't an option in our friendship, we need to figure out the root.
Figure it out,
You keep doing this. And you would be like, Shy, you picking. No, I'm not. I don't like it. We got to process
Let's
this.
Fix it.
See, that's how I'm talking to you as my girl. I'm not going to talk to you like that as a client. We got to process this. It's very different.
Gotcha.
And I think women need to learn to be hybrids. I think that at work, there is a certain coat that we have to wear, especially if you're in a high level professional or a high powered industry. You got to be power. And that's good to be power. And I think from what I've heard men say, there's nothing sexier than them seeing a woman be in her power and then come home and nest and tuck in that man.
Lead the power
that is so sexy because he knows what you're capable of. You don't need to strong arm him for him to know. Nest in him. That's what he's there for.
Right.
And he sees your power. That man is with you for your power too. He respects you.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
And this is the problem. Similar to people like Kendra, they got all the damn answers. They know everything, but they can't use the power for their own damn selves. They are powerless. It's like, oh, all you gotta do is this and do that and do this, sprinkle a little bit of that, a little dash of that, and voila. Well, why don't you do it? Well, I really don't want to do it. I don't need it, really.
She said that man is there for your power, ladies. Again, never heard it. Never heard men talk in professional settings, locker room settings, and say, yeah, man, I'm with her because of her power. Power of what? Context is most critical with this kind of psychobabble. What kind of power? Describe the freaking power, because it ain't the freaking power kept the planet. Context, please.
He sees all your moving parts. but it doesn't have to be used against him as a weapon. He knows it's a tool, and he knows that he can tag you in when need be because you power.
Right.
And y'all are an outlet together. So, no, I like to date where, no, I can take, if people seen, and I'll land on it, if they seen me in my dating space, they'd be like, Doc?
Okay.
That's you?
Okay.
Yes, that's me.
That's
so,
good.
it's very different.
Are you dating now?
I am.
Multiple guys or just one special guy right now?
Multiple. Y'all in my business.
There's nothing wrong with having multiples until you figure out which one you want.
Well,
Ain't nothing wrong. There's a lot wrong.
Well,
yeah,
not
thank
dating
you.
don't necessarily mean having sex.
Hey, man.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
No.
Oh, wait, dating, yes. Hold on.
At one time, in my mind, I'm assuming they all hidden. You are not.
No.
Let me
I
clear
don't
this
agree with
up.
that at all.
I don't.
Yeah.
If you're single, like
You're single as a listen.
you can go out on dates with one guy next week and the other one the next week, and it's okay.
I'm
No,
glad-
no,
I'm
dates.
glad
I
know
agree
none
with.
of that
I agree
about
with
you.
dates. Yes, I don't agree with the casual sex. No.
No, I don't agree with that at all. Not
So
at all.
why are you taking a date with a man you don't look
You
at
can
like
go
you
on a
would
date
sleep
without
with him?
sex.
Sleep with him.
We
I'm
dated
saying-
without sex before we.
But I knew I wanted to sleep with you, and you
That
gave
don't
me the
mean you
energy
was
that you was gonna sleep
That don't mean you was
with.
gonna
You would have
sleep.
never got that meal if I didn't know I was gonna get it. But a man knows. Like
Did you
I
get it the first night?
wasn't trying to.
You just said you knew you
No,
was
I'm saying I knew I was working. Eventually, I was gonna get it from you. You was something I was
Ladies,
working on.
I don't listen. You gotta
Don't listen because this is
Let me say it.
let me say it. Listen, ladies, do not be accepting dates or do not be accepting meals from men that you do not have no intentions on having sex with.
That's crazy.
Because a man is doing something for something.
That don't
Shout out to this brother and his wife. I don't know if they be doing this for the shock value or what, because they disagree on a lot of stuff I be noticing. But they got something going. It's entertaining, and I agree with this brother. That's part of our message. You must watch SBC. You're welcome over here, brother. Do not go on don't ask a man to pay. Bottom line, don't ask a man to pay for your date.
There you go. He spoke very well. And for the sake of marriages, I'm leaning that this is just for the show value. I'm pretty sure they got a good agreement because this brother ain't for no ish. He, based on him, yeah, this is not like real friction. It ain't fake, but she's playing devil's advocate. I can respect it because he ain't about that mess at all. He said, nah. He said, we got together. The same thing. Shout out to my wife. Ain't no way. I know I'm getting it eventually. Gonna get every drop too. Ain't here to play around with you. And he said what we've been saying. And ladies, just take heed to it. You ain't got to like it. But if a guy like this, a marriage-minded guy, high value, high functioning, however you want to word it, he's aware that you are dating multiple guys. We done said it. You giving all of them your cheeks.
I mean, he gonna get it.
But why do that though?
Dr. Cheyenne, what you think?
I think it's subjective. I think if a woman is in a place where all she wants to do is be in her sexual energy, and then I agree with what you're saying. Hey, look, if I know I don't want to be in my sexual energy with him, I don't need to be letting him just pay for free meals. No.
What?
But hold on,
Exactly.
hold on. But a woman like me is
No.
in my space of I'm ready to be married. And so if it's a man who I know, I don't see no family man, no marriage in this man. I don't have a desire to sit across the table and eat with
take
you.
a damn
I
meal.
don't need a free meal. I don't want to use
kind
no
of shit
man.
is that?
I don't want to use a man, and I don't want you paying for things for
and
me
then-
if I don't have an interest.
And then
in
as a man, like if you taking a meal from a man and knowing
That's
that
interest. That's showing
some
interest.
trick hoe shit to me.
First
Why
of
are you
all,
sitting
a
there
meal
doing
is
that?
not that big a damn
No, it
deal.
is. It's
You can
not
literally have relationships where y'all are having good conversation.
What do you
and
think
having
that?
a good
Oh,
time
so
without
that's
sex.
like your friend, like
Well,
a
a
gay
friend is
friend.
different.
No.
No,
What kind of
platonic
friend?
friend is different. We're talking about dating.
I'm not
about
talking
dating.
about platonic friends. I'm talking about the
Dating.
getting to know me phase.
Well, that could be over the phone. Don't go out on
Yeah.
that date. It don't
That's
take that.
crazy.
Don't,
No,
don't go on that
that's
date.
what
if you wanna
I
screw that
hear
man.
what y'all saying. What I hear you saying is don't just be using no man.
No,
That's
don't
not
do that.
using them. You can-
And I hear what you're saying is if I like you and I say, look, I want to get to know you, there's nothing wrong with going to dinner or lunch
Ain't
with
nothing
that
wrong
man.
with that.
There's nothing wrong. So y'all
Yeah.
both are right in your own way. What are y'all arguing
No,
for?
we
But
argue
let's
because when we argue.
let's get it back to you though, because you said when I
Y'all
said
both have good
multiple.
points.
No,
But when I said multiple, you kind of chuckled like and you agree with him like you don't date multiple men.
Casually, meaning if I am, because his comment was, you should not go to dinner with a man you know you don't want to sleep with.
Sure.
Hold
That's
on.
not true.
That's something
That's
different
true.
than
You
you
agree with
said.
that though?
My thing is, I don't agree personally. Women should do whatever works for you. Okay, ladies? I am not into casualty, meaning
And here's the problem. Look how she looking at the camera. These are snake oil salesmen. This is why you can't believe 98% of these people. Because they come up here because they got an ulterior motive. They got something to sell y'all. That's it. So she like, I'm not about to offend any portion of my client base. So I can't tell you what's for you. I can only speak for me. I don't give my opinion openly. No, say what it is, but she don't want to offend these hyenas who give her money to sit on her couch or whatever.
And sell them hope. So here we go. Shout out to this couple here, but gotta be careful in the presence of hyenas like the good doctor. They are also agents of chaos. Trust me when I tell you. They over here and they are displaying some friction. They're not agreeing on things. And you see how Cheyenne turned it? She said what? She said, why y'all arguing? Got to deflect and get the attention off her because she in the hottest of seats right now. And then they going back and forth a little bit. And she like, oh, yeah, let me go ahead. She said, wait a minute, y'all, why y'all arguing? What's going on here? Huh? A little bit of narcissism. What's going on? You need to talk after the show, sister? He a narcissist.
Man.
So I don't want to have time to be sitting across dinner from you if I have no interest in you. I got shit to do.
How do you know you have interest if you don't go to dinner?
Because we have a phone conversation.
We had a phone conversation.
You can't learn somebody in a phone conversation.
No, baby. I got your
This
number.
is what I'm saying. If after we have, first of all, I have enough awareness in myself as a woman that after I talk to you over the phone, I know if I want to go to dinner with you or not. Okay. If a woman doesn't know that, then she needs to do more self-work before she's having conversation with men.
Exactly.
Because after I talk to you for 45 minutes or an hour on the phone,
I know what I want to do with you.
In my mind, I go, I can't wait to go to dinner with this man.
Come on now.
Or I go, this ain't the one.
But you can still go to dinner without intentions of having sex, and it's not
100%. You're right.
It does not have to be
100%.
No, but I'm saying, but if you know that man is into you, if you know that man into you,
Well, there lies the problem. It's 2025. People ain't sitting on the phone for an hour. People are texting about 4 or 5 times. All right. What you doing at work? What you doing when you get off work? Picking the kids up. All right. You think you got a babysitter? You know, it's people trying to get straight to the cheeks. Very seldom are people talking anymore.
Yeah, I don't agree with going on the date and there's no sexual tension. Ain't no man ever asked a woman to go out on a date and was not fantasizing about doing strange things to her kutakata. It just don't go that way at all. And they got to be the first day. Respect, but sure, y'all know what we say. Got to be some sexual tension immediately. We not friends. I'm not your pal. I'm not your buddy. Ain't no free meals. Either we working towards bumping uglies or we ain't working at all.
make it clear. Listen, I'm going out to eat with you. This all this is, man.
I didn't do all that with you.
No, because you wanted to screw me. And I wanted to screw you too. Yeah, you did.
No, I did.
When we went on that date, when I finally took you on that date, I took you and
That's not
screwed
true.
you.
That's not. Oh, shit. Damn. First of all, no, you didn't.
So what was our first date at?
We went to that little bar in St. Charles.
That wasn't a date, man. That was me. I had homies there with me too. I was letting you hang with me at that point.
Bro,
when we went on our first date, it was when I first took you out
in
on a
context,
date.
we've been knowing each other since high school. Mm-hmm. We've been together since we were 25. We kind of talked in high school, reconnected at 25, and now we're married 10 years.
Yeah.
So we're the same age as you. We're 40.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
but if
we started out very young.
Listen, the point is,
yeah, very young. So like she's saying, they 40, they've been knowing each other over 20 years. He's been clashing them cheeks a long time, so it's a different kind of chemistry.
Yeah, come on, man. And that's your wife, sister? I'm like, what's wrong? That's your husband. What's wrong? He got the cheeks quick. Yeah, shoot, man. That's your husband. You committed to him and you won. You chose right. It's okay to give your husband the cheeks quick. Yeah, it worked. It worked. No harm, no foul. Why is she so reluctant to admit? You're like, shoot, we clashed cheeks since we went on the date. What, y'all married 10 years? What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So we're the same age as you. We're 40.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
but if
we started out very young.
Listen, the point is, you hitting that thing for the rest of your life, bro.
Forever.
You won. You won, bro.
That's all I'm trying to tell her. That's all I'm trying to tell her. Man.
You won.
My point
and she won. But the point, look, you won a beautiful prize. You listen, you blessed that she said yes to Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
And you get to be in this thing.
She got it after
for the rest of your life.
But that was after about a month.
No, but I'm saying, but we knew, like, we on the phone having damn near phones. Babe, we knew we wanted.
But when I told you no, did that make you say, "Oh, that's messed up"? That I took you out to eat and you didn't.
No,
exactly. So
no, I'm not. Listen to me, baby. You saying no or not want to, you still let me know in so many ways you wanted to. If you didn't,
so you're talking about whether or not you actually want to
do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking
in the context of like whether or not you actually do it.
No, I'm saying like don't even go if you know you don't want to screw that man. If you know you don't see him in that way. Like, don't even play with him.
And you know what?
We're saying don't play with nobody. Don't play with a man. If you have no interest, then why are you ordering steak and lobster?
Why are you ordering that for
Why do you even want to go? And then let's go further.
You wonder why you up under your car and he tripping.
Up under your car?
wait for you to come out so he can be like, where the fuck you been? You ain't answered the phone no more. You ain't gave me no coochie. I bought you a $200 steak. You like, boy, go. I've been getting $200 steak.
You know what?
I'm trying to tell you. This how this shit go.
So, okay, so
hold on, the man.
I'm telling you, man.
Shout out to this brother.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
I like this brother. He's standing no business. He seemed like he part of SBC Nation. I don't know. You might be ninja watching. And shout out to his wife. She ain't fully on board with what they saying because she probably got some hyena friends or whatever. Or she might not believe what they believe. She like, I don't see nothing wrong with a woman going to get a free meal and not giving up kudakata. That's what they believe. That's that Ashley Dalton madness.
You know, and you know what? Because she's sitting there and she got her man. She can say what she wants. So you got to be careful, sisters, man. This is what we mean. You got the scorned, bitter hyenas giving these sisters bad information. And for some, you got some married sisters also kind of indirectly delivering malinformation respectfully. Just be careful. The gynocratic echo chamber circle jerk hold is strong. Be weird.
And I'll say this, like I was hitting on, be careful your friends and the company you keep. Because a lot of times you try to bite your tongue not to offend. Like she said, she might have some real friends that, oh, my girlfriend do that type of stuff all the time. And I don't want to offend her by saying differently.
That's not cool. You know, that ain't cool at all. Call it out. You ain't a real friend. Like I used to have friends that were hound dogs. I call them straight out. I'm like, shut up, Ninja. You like a pit bull with that little pink thing hanging out. Get out my face. Respectfully, we cool, but you got calling up like, Ninja, you a poon hound. Shut up.
okay,
This man gonna be underneath my car if I order
Man,
a
don't
steak
take
and
that
don't
steak
do
from it.
that.
And
Must,
you know you don't like
that
it
must
like
be
that.
some Atlanta shit. Cause baby, in LA,
we from St. Louis. I don't
We
know
don't
what
do
kind
that.
of shit that is. I don't know where you got that from. So, but we didn't even answer. I didn't even. We got too far off track.
All right,
Are you dating one guy or
you
multiple
pissed him
guys?
off because you was dating other men and he don't
Yeah, I
like
didn't
that.
know
No,
that.
I
You
wasn't.
don't-
I had a whole
Okay, come
boyfriend.
back.
I had a whole boyfriend. We got
please,
to do it with.
Stay here.
I want to know though from you though. Are you dating multiple men or one? Not
Yeah.
casually having sex, because we've established that you don't do that, and I respect it because you shouldn't. But tell me, what is your situation with the guys?
So I'm
guy.
dating. I'm not exclusive with anyone.
Mhm.
I am going on dates with someone I like.
Oh,
To
there
your
you go.
point, bro. To your
Okay.
point.
Okay.
Do I want to sleep with this man? I don't know that yet because for me, it's not an external attraction for me that makes me want to sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
It is all the things in between. It's the conversations, it's the intimacy, it's when I feel the safe space and the safe landing of where I am organically nesting in you, then that starts to stir up feelings in my body that have nothing to do with physical. It's all to do with like emotionally and spiritually.
Chemistry.
I start to want to connect with you past dinners or past a movie or past a conversation. When I feel that, then that's a conversation because remember, I don't like casual sex. And so I'm not a woman who's had ex-boyfriends. I've only have had ex-fiancés. So I'm used to being with a man who perceives me as his wife. I have a ring on my finger. We're getting married until I call them off. And so
Wait, you called off multiple weddings?
2 weddings, yes. So when I'm in the space of dating, right, I haven't found comfort in girlfriend.
By you calling off 2 weddings, you hurt yourself the most because I can guarantee them men are probably moved on and married. They got what they wanted out of you. Contrary to what that woman said at the beginning of the show, that marriage only benefits men, that's crap. It benefits women the most. So he was about to give you what you wanted. He was getting what he wanted, which was kudakata, probably some gok. He was getting what he wanted. He was about to give you what you want. So who did you hurt?
There you go. I know it sucks, you know, to hear for the lonely and the bitter. However, you know, men are kind of one size fits all. Follow me. If a man is a good husband, if you ask me, he a good husband to woman A through Z. He just move on. That's why these brothers get divorced or called off the wedding, and they always remarry. We've heard Bonquisha admit it time and time again. Y'all need to stop that. When y'all find a husband, before y'all let him go, understand something. He gonna find him a wife. That's how men are. We are tools. We are just looking for somebody to respect what we can do and appreciate us. And there you go. But y'all, not so much.
That part. Talk about she was engaged, called off 2 weddings. I don't know if she was married to Neo in the Matrix twice, but them ninjas was dodging bullets. I know they happy as hell right now.
So that's her claim to fame. She never had boyfriends. She only had ex-fiancés. That makes it better.
Boyfriend, because that's not my norm. I wasn't with the man for 5 years and I'm his girlfriend. I've been the fiance who was getting married with the wedding dress. We have the wedding paid for. We have invitations mailed out.
So you're a runaway bride.
So, girl, I guess I have my track shoes on.
Girl.
No, but I didn't run away at the wedding, but I called off those weddings. So I found I have someone who I like, but we're not exclusive. So I'm still a single woman, absolutely, until I'm married. Mm-hmm.
When you say you're not exclusive, does it mean you also have
that I'm open? I'm open to meeting other men. If this dating ship doesn't go any further, then I'm open to it. If I meet someone when I leave this studio who seems to be a great guy, I'd be open to exchanging phone numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, I'm open, meaning I'm not exclusive. Yeah, this is not a committed relationship. We're not locked in. This is someone who I like. He seems like a great guy. But I've been dating, since I called off my last wedding for, I think it's been about 8 years. I don't want to timestamp it, but I've been dating with meaning casually. And to your point, those conversations have been very transparent. I love that you said that. It's been, listen, I'm not trying to get married now. I'm in my career. I'm building out this compound. I got a real estate portfolio. There's things that I'm doing, and I don't mind the friendship. I don't mind travel. I don't mind a lot of things. But right now, I'm in the dating space.
Dating. We know what it means over here.
That's all she care about.
So we know if she talking about these are desirable select men, they are not just dating this woman for months and years at a time and getting no coup de cotta. So what are you just out here sleeping around?
Again, I've admitted, I'm not built for this modern dating madness. Like, ain't no way. Take it for whatever it's worth. Y'all know my background. All right. Ain't no way heck I could be out with a woman and we feeling one another. As soon as I find out, you like me and you say you like me, but you still got a date plan with another ninja next Wednesday, ain't no way I could disrespect myself like that and go along with your charade. I can't do it. I can't. No, because again, I'm not a simp. I know how the wolf is. I know what I'm trying to do. And I'm not so hung up on myself that I think, oh, that ninja can't get it. No, only a fool thinks that. Foolish. Especially when you're dealing with a not wife, hyena like the good doctor.
And I would say most of these women are side pieces. We done heard Kendra up here talking about having a roster. We had Ebony K up here. He says she's dating. The good doctor, dating. These are 40-plus-year-old women, well leftovers. And all they talk about is dating and hunching. And
let's see. Cheyenne says she gonna get married. She said she's prophesying it. She's manifesting it. Stand by. She gonna get married. Let's see to who.
Phase. I'm in the companionship phase. I don't want to be married now. Now, I'm ready to be married. So it's different. And that's all about the transparency, the honesty, and going further than that, it's about a person knowing themselves, a man and woman knowing where you are. So you are very fair with the other person at the end of the table that says, look, this is where I'm at. Is this where you are? And so you're not wasting time. And that's what maturity looks like. I'm not a bad person because I don't want to get married, but I'm also not a bad person because I want to get married. Everyone has the right to be in their season. We just got to communicate that to each other and know that it's okay for each of us to be in different spaces and we should meet where we are. And you don't have to have sex involved for a relationship to be beautiful and flourish. And you can have a 3-month, 6-month relationship that is exclusive, that doesn't have sex involved, if that is what those two people agree upon. Sex is not the nucleus to a relationship. And it doesn't need to be.
Show me these men. Y'all just be coming up here lying. Y'all don't ever have any receipts. Y'all have never showed one man. Only man y'all showed, Kendra showed ashy foot. That was it. Rest of y'all, we ain't seen nothing. Ebony K, she got frozen eggs with frozen skeet. We ain't seen nothing. Y'all just talking, for the love of Christ.
How about this unprovable, observable reality? A lot of these boss chicks' love interests are very much zesty. Come on, we be seeing it. Yeah, I'll see these Real Housewives of Atlanta, all these goofy shows. Them dudes that be with these boss chicks, they be soft. They look like they just a little nudge from allowing them to peg them and stuff like that, respectfully. But yeah, most likely a soft Tinder ninja.
It's good.
I don't know about that. I ain't gonna lie. So listen. Okay, so the last point you said sex is not the nucleus to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I believe if the chemistry and the passion is there, then the sex is going to have to be there. Like, and the sex is going to be good.
At some point, yes. I'm saying you don't have to go in. Ladies, you do not have to lead with sex. Sorry.
No.
You don't have to lead
and you're not selling that. So don't lead with that. And if a man really wants you, a man don't got a problem waiting around for what he wants. And if he's confident in himself, he understands that as he continues to be the stand-up guy.
Ask her the question. Do you think these men are really sitting around waiting for your coup de kata? Or do you think you are on a long roster list? She like these high-value, well-to-do men, they will wait 6 months for her coup de kata and be exclusive with her. Man.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
No. If that ever happened in time and made sense, that woman was a virgin. Men are logical. A man would be like, oh, you untouched? I respect it. Okay. I like you. We got a clear communication. You let me know your intentions, but you ain't never been touched by man, woman, or toy. All right. Respect. I give you some extra time. But y'all are not virgins. Y'all are ran through. You got 48 hours max. Put the kutakata on the table, or you getting ghosted and blocked. Now,
it can only lead to one or two things: sex and marriage, or marriage and sex.
Yeah.
So write it through and just communicate. I'm saying we need to be a more communicative culture of people. I need to talk about the things that I want, and me saying them doesn't demise the relationship. If I say I only want sex, and that's not what he wants, it doesn't make neither one of us bad. He can in return say, but I want to marry you. I've had men who I've said, you're a beautiful man, but you have kids. So I will not marry you. But as far as our friendship, I love it. We can continue to commune. We can continue to spend time, but that's not where I'm at. And I don't have a lot of time because I'm deep in my career and my plate is so full that I'm not going to intentionally make time right now.
So that's a deal breaker for you having kids?
For a man, yes.
So
wait, and that man has said, guess what? That ain't going to work for me because I want to marry.
Listen to this woman. She building up her defense. She got a team of defense lawyers. She said a man can't even have kids. This woman is 43 years old. This is why she says she want to date 25-year-old men. She want a young man with no kids, and she want to have his first kid with her 43-year-old frozen eggs.
She almost told on herself. She did, but she almost directly told on herself. She said, I can have a guy, that wants to marry me, but I know I just want to hunch. She said, I actually had a guy that wanted to marry me, but then she stopped. She said, you're beautiful, but you got a kid, i.e., I won't marry you, but you can have all of this wet warm that you can muster, but we can't get married, brother. But come get these cheeks at little to no cost. You see what we mean? You see why this is comical?
Here's the thing, though. It's a Jedi mind trick, because who's to say these men even want to marry you? You don't have that control. They are not getting on the knee. All they doing is getting you in the hucklebuck at best. So she's sitting here acting like she got all this power, like I will not marry you. No, men are getting what they want out here.
And ninjas will run that con. She said that all her relationships were past engagements. She wants to act like can't acknowledge the fact that some guys will give you a freaking promise ring just for you to promise to give up that cat. 4 years, 3 years engaged is not a freaking flex. It just showed that you fell victim to engagement rings. Here, I love you. Give me your cat. And you did.
Marry you. That neither one of us were bad people. We just were actually good, healthy, mature people to communicate. And we made sure that relationship ended peacefully and with maturity. Nobody was upset because no one drugged nobody on.
So right now, you want a man that has no kids, that is high value, and that has all the things that you feel like you need and can provide. He can provide those for you. And I'm just wondering, like, have you is there a big pool of men like that? Because I just feel like
there is
no kids, high value.
There's a big pool of men and women
high
like
functioning.
That. There's not a pool of a perfect man. You're describing a perfect man.
Yeah. But it sounds like that's what you want, though. What do you want?
No, I don't want a perfect man. A
What do you
perfect
want?
man is dehumanized, and he's a robot. I don't need someone I can control. I
So
push
what do you
buttons to.
want? Do you have a type?
I do.
What's your type?
I do. I have a type. A man's man, a hybrid, meaning he knows how to be in his.
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You're a liar.
I'll say this. In this case, two things can't be true. All right, I'm not getting on this crazy train. She said, they like, man, you want this, you want that, you want a perfect guy. They say, are there a lot of guys out there like this? He said, there's plenty. There's too many of them. Well, why ain't you got one? And then they're gonna go back. They're low functioning. All right.
She hold up. The host said, "Is there a lot of guys out there like that?" She said there are. And the good doctor, y'all gotta catch it. She talked fast. She said there's also a lot of women out there too. You gotta slow down every now and again, because they'll sneak in these little insidious truths. Well, I would have said, whoa. I heard you say women. What exactly does that mean, good doctor? And what is this new hybrid trigger word, hybrid? Like, it makes no sense. He got to be able to do both. Both of what? She described a perfect guy as being robotic, dehumanized, and somebody who she can control.
His masculine energy, but also his feminine energy. He's a hybrid. He has balance within himself. A man who knows how to submit and love, but also has backbone, knows how to stand up to what he believes is respectful for him and his values, meaning he's very gentle to me in my strong voice and my strong opinion and my powerhouse woman I am. But he also is not so intimidated that he won't say, hold on, baby, hold on. I hear you. And I love that you're strong, but can we kind of like pipe down a little bit? But in a way that's loving and still respectful so that I receive it and I go, my man has spoken. Let me pipe it down a little bit. But he's not so intimidated. He's like, I just got to let her go balls to the walls because, you know, and you get a lot of men who are that dude to a lot of women and they run into the right woman and all that dude goes out the window because they don't want to lose her or rub her the wrong way. And I've experienced that a lot of times. Or a man who says, to your point, says, she's so strong. I don't want to buck. I don't want to. And it's not bucking. It's, can you facilitate me and facilitate?
No, a man loves peace. This woman is completely insufferable. We've been listening to this interview a little over 20 minutes, and we all ready to rip our eyes and ears and all that out. How can you be in a relationship with this woman, dealing with her every day? You couldn't pay me.
Sounds like a never-ending battle. Everything she describes is a battle. Can he handle me? When I run off at the mouth, can he control me? Can he tame me? Shout out to the good minister, Louis Farrakhan. He said, the only heaven a man has on this earth is his house, his home, where he has peace, and his woman in that home of peace. If a man has to come home and brain wrestle with a hyena like this, you can't justify that, doctor. And as she tries to continuously justify a man being strong enough, healed enough, and intelligent enough to take her psychological abuse and madness. Straight Braddock Hoodoo.
Facilitate me means, can you check me in a safe space?
Yeah.
Not can you disempower me. Can you check me in a safe space? See, a powerful woman, we enjoy being checked as long as it's safe.
Yeah.
We enjoy seeing your backbone as long as it's honoring. You can honor me and realign me at the same time if you are a man's man.
Yeah, we enjoy seeing your backbone. We enjoy bending you over. Yeah, we enjoy doing prostate checks on you. Bend over, cough 3 times. Man, get out of here.
Men, you can only peacefully correct a feminine woman. You know, I mean, it is a duty. You do have to do it as a husband, as a man. You're going to have to make corrections. That's part of your job. That's part of your leadership. That's part of your protection. But listen, I'm a brutish football MMA player. I'm telling you what I know. Consider the source. You cannot negotiate with this. I don't care how masculine you are. She's not feminine. So let's say she does something incorrect. You know what I mean? She bringing your coffee warm. and you say, hey, just so you FYI, this is the third time you bought my coffee cold. Like, make sure you bring it hot. You think Cheyenne Bryant is gonna take that? Like, there was nothing wrong with that. There's no wife that would find that offensive. Men correct who they love, but her, she ain't taking that because she's not feminine. It's all cap.
A real alpha man isn't a man who's overpowering. It isn't a man who's controlling and running stuff and it's his way. That is called narcissistic. A real alpha man has balance. When he looks a certain way, that woman understands what that means. Powerful woman like myself would adhere willingly, can't wait to a man who's really in his alpha. Because that man loves me when he's checking me. That man is loving me when he's saying, babe, that may not work for the collective. I got your message. When you said it the third time, you've said it 10 times now. And you continuing to say that ain't gonna work for the betterment of us. See, that's a man who's just taking leadership and guiding me because maybe I'm too much in my emotion. Or let me go better. Maybe I'm too much in my low functioning. That he knows how to facilitate it by going high functioning. And when he goes low functioning, if he ever does, and he's human, I know how to go high functioning and say, baby, we don't do that here. You know I love you. I ain't going nowhere. So I don't know if there's some insecurities that's going on, but talk to me so I can know how I can help you help us. It's always an us thing. And when people... This is my point of not waiting, not so much age, but not waiting till you work on yourself, not waiting until you have the tools to love you and communicate with you in a way that is empowering. You marry too early. And you start to, even if the marriage lasts 15, 20, 30, a lifetime, you will implement impairments in that marriage that possibly can't be fixed. And you just have to learn to marry and be married in those impairments and in that resentment that doesn't go anywhere. And so when you learn those things, like I, have worked very hard on myself to not be perfect because I know I can cut up, but to be able to take that leadership I just described from my man, to be able to know when to doormat certain things in me, not because I have to, because he can't handle me, because I should, because I'm regulating who I am for the collective of me and this man, knowing that when he says, hold on, I have something to say, and I've already talked for 30 damn minutes, to shut up and hearken onto my man's voice. See, that takes wisdom. And some folks learn it while they marry, and other people get to learn it while they are dating, and they get to bring that to the table. And that makes for a different marriage, because not that I will never say anything that's maybe hurtful to my man. That wouldn't be my intention, but I'm human. But I don't plan on saying anything that would emasculate him and that would gut him to the point where there's no coming back from that gut. And that's the difference between a mature woman getting married and a little girl who just wants to be married for this fairy tale ideology that she hopes she gets. And every time she's with this man, she figures out.
Blah, blah, blah. She a doctor. So this is her specialty. She can talk all day long, right? This is what she do. She talk to people. So can you imagine being a man? She constantly trying to pick you apart, be in your head, and how you feeling? Yeah, this and that, this and that. And it's always a motive. She's trying to get some type of leverage.
Yes. She said she likes to use words like handle her. And to be so intelligent and a doctor and know so much about relationships and healing, how are you still comfortable talking about a man having to handle you, knowing men are not trying to handle their women? That's not how it works. And again, listen to what she said specifically. She said that she need to learn when to shut up. She said, so if she's been talking for 30 minutes, she said she's been talking for 30 minutes and her man say, hey, you've been talking for a while, then she feels inclined to listen. 30 minutes? How? That's not a conversation. A man's eyes will be you sitting there and Cheyenne Bryant is talking at you for 30 minutes.
Look at her. Look how strong she is right now. Just look at her hands. Look at how tightly she's squeezing her hands together. Her shoulders all up. Like you could put a damn cue ball in between. She can crush a cue ball right now. Just
tense. Gonna always be tense. There ain't, shout out to Martin Lawrence in the movie Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. You gotta be a ninja 8 foot tall with King Kong balls to satiate and get her to be feminine. And that ninja ain't coming.
He's not a fairy tale. This man is real.
Do you feel like, because you do have these standards and you've learned yourself and you know what you want, do you feel like you're putting up a lot of barriers for men to approach you or for you to even really develop those connections after they do approach you?
No, because all the men with the kids and everything I said I don't want, they still approaching me. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I have met some absolutely amazing men along the way who have kids, who have been divorced. But what I can say is, we are only limited to our own limited thinking. the man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both right. It's about you thinking the thoughts that you want to be right about. And the Bible tells us to think only on the thoughts that are positive, praiseworthy, and that are that would benefit us. If you wouldn't pray for it, why would you think it?
And she cherry picks the Bible. The Bible tells us, the Bible tells you a lot of ish. Most of it you disregard. And then stuff that fits you, that makes you feel good. Oh, the Bible said that.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Bible also says, shout to Pastor Gino, don't go out here with your loose quiver. Your quiver, your quiver loose. Doctor, y'all here parading around town dating multiple men with your loose quiver. And now you're trying to throw that loose, dilapidated quiver onto a high-functioning, high-value, millionaire, all but perfect man. Don't nobody want your quiver.
Right? And so I say all that to say, in my mind, I know that there's not a limited pool of men. And this is the thing. People are always looking for, do you think that those men or those women exist out there? Well, are you polyamorous? How many are you looking for? I'm only looking for one husband. Mm-hmm. So when you ask me, do I believe my one husband with no kids, who is, high functioning and in medium value or high value is out there? Hell motherfucking yeah. Because I'm looking for one. I'm not looking for 40. So if you said, Doc, do you think every single man on earth is like that? No. Mm-hmm. But the question isn't, do men exist like that? I don't know, nor do I care. Does my husband exist like that? Yeah. And I have tunnel vision for my husband. And he's not even here yet.
I know that's right. So, I do believe that there is somebody for everybody.
So my husband's not coming in trying to sell himself to me and create a woman. I'm a woman. I got tunnel vision for you. You're not even here yet. So you're good. And I don't need 25 of you. I just need one, baby. That's it.
Well, say if you were engaged right now, right? Mm-hmm. And you kind of got that.
Stop. Sounds good. This ain't no damn Hallmark card. This is real life. So you can do all your little one-liners and all this and that. Sounds good. Now put it into practice. Go find that ninja.
That's what we waiting for. He's out there. He ain't even there yet. He gonna enjoy her loose quiver. Yeah. Again, she is saying she's for sure getting married. The bed is on the table. She can't take it off. She didn't say she hoping. She said for sure. I love that. Back yourself into a corner, and we're gonna be here to report it. Yay or nay.
That itch again, where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not ready. I thought he was the one. But he's not. Now at this age and at the place you are in your life, are you more in a place to be kind of more understanding or more willing to grow with this person, even if maybe you feel like there are some things that don't quite meet your standards? Mm-hmm. Because obviously they're proposing. Like obviously the men are coming. Right. But it sounds like you've kind of just made decisions later in the relationship to end it based on what you feel you want, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But does it get to a point where you say, okay, well, now maybe I need to give these people a chance to grow and go ahead and take this leap because obviously I love them. Obviously I did see something in them, and maybe I need to just give it a shot.
So a woman or a man can't be kept. We keep ourselves. Mm-hmm. And the benefits of my husband marrying me at this age is he doesn't have to keep me. I'm keeping myself to him. So there will be no, I'm leaving because there's only two things in the Bible that say marriage is permissible, and that's infidelity and unfaithfulness. And so if those two things happen, those are deal breakers. I stand on biblical principles, and those are my values that are aligned with that. If it's anything else outside of that,
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
I stand on biblical principles. As she sit up here with her cleavage out, her designer get up on, makeup on, biblical principles. Jezebels wore makeup. Just saying, we talking biblical principles. A woman who free hunches, that's not married. She don't live. What are we talking about?
She always got to correct them. She said, you can't keep somebody. You can only keep yourself. I love it. She's just, the host should have asked her, so what happened? What happens if a guy proposes to you today? Doctor gonna be like, the guy can't propose to me. He can only propose to my heart. And then my heart speaks to my brain. And then my brain speaks to my soul. And then that proposes to me. But a guy can't propose to me. You see that? You got to understand the balance and the relationship between proposing and who you're proposing to. Shut up. If you are so daggone smart and you got to correct everybody and come up with your own definitions and reasons, why, again, the question remains, why are you not with this man? Why is he not sniffing after you moment after moment since you got all the answers?
Money gets low. He's having a bad day. He said something I thought was disrespectful. I don't agree with his opinion. His mama said something he needs to check her on. I'm naming all the real things that happen in marriages. No, we're going to talk them through. We're going to figure them out. And if it takes longer to figure them out than my ideology of what it should take, then we ride through that. Again, when folks are younger, it's more about if this relationship doesn't serve me, then this relationship isn't for me. As married people stay married, or single people do the work and they're able to be around married folks, right, to get the wisdom of what a healthy marriage looks like, you come into the marriage thinking, how can I be of service to my partner? When you have two people who come in with the commitment to serve each other, now the competition is who can serve who the most. It doesn't leave a lot of room for the narcissistic, what about me, what about me, what about me, what about me? It doesn't leave room for a lot of the unhealthiness that marriage goes through, because I'm just trying to figure out how I can be of service to you. And wisdom teaches you, I may not even understand what I'm serving in this moment, but I do understand I'm supposed to be of service. I may never understand what this man is going through. I may never understand the disposition, the attitude, whatever he has going on. Am I more concerned with understanding him, which is ego, or am I more concerned with serving him, which is a wife? And I'm here to serve. In my younger days, I did want to understand, because understanding made me feel more connected to him. It made me feel more plugged in.
Man.
You a liar.
That's a lie.
The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You a liar.
Listen here. Welcome to Dr. Bryant's used car lot. This is a used car salesman. And whatever one of you fools falls for this sales pitch, because that's all she doing. The car was an R title. We done put a new engine in it. We done did this and that. This thing run like new. I'm ready.
She is speaking on not understanding a man as if it is a progression in her growth. You must understand your man. She said, I don't have a need to understand my man. That is pure insanity. That goes against human nature. As humans, when it comes to not understanding, we fear and hate what we don't understand. Shit, that's what I get. You a dang on doctor. How don't you know these things? If you don't, correct me. If you don't understand something, something confuses you, you either fear it, hate it, want to get rid of it. You walk around the house and you don't understand this man's, you don't understand his purpose. You don't understand the mission. You sound insane. Absolutely insane.
That's also a trauma response. I need to understand you so I can feel plugged in. Well, why do you have to feel plugged into me to be of service to me? Because your ego needs to understand so that you're regulated. See, I'm a woman. I've done the work. So I don't need to understand everything. Now, if you want to give me some understanding, I'm going to try my best to lean not on my own understanding and trust what you're feeding and providing to me. But if I choose you, I trust you. So my question is, do you need me to talk to you, pray over you, shut up and listen, or do nothing at all? All of those are equally honored and respected by me. They're not always equally honored and respected by women who are not mature enough yet to be in a marriage, because she feels like there should be something she's doing or she's not being a wife. Sometimes doing nothing at all at his request is being the perfect wife, and sitting in that and just praying over him in silence. So that is the woman that my husband will be getting. That wasn't fully who I was in my 20s. And so I knew that. I didn't leave those men because they cheated. I didn't leave those men because they were unfaithful. I left them because I knew that that wasn't something I wanted to do forever, and I would be stringing them along. My last fiance, I was a kept woman. I could have stayed as long as I wanted to and been fully taken care of. How many women do that? But I said, no, I'm not a woman who's trying to use a man, play with a man, or be kept for the sake of bragging rights or for the sake of saying I'm saving $1. I'm not playing with this man's heart. Let him go find what he wants. I don't want it.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. That's real. Honest. That's dope, though.
No, it ain't. That's insane. This woman, she said she was a kept woman. Had all either A, this brother was not desirable. You did not like him. All right. No sexual attraction. Or B, it was there, but he was exercising options, as they say. All right. You was like a side piece wife or side piece engagement, whatever.
Sisters like Cheyenne must think God is cruel, because again, how can you be so awesome, so wise, full of wisdom and understanding and healing energy, and you are lonesome? You just snatching birth control out your cooter cutter, Every guy you was with tried, propose to you. You just been out here getting hunched. Do you not know we realize that if a guy proposed to you, he let you every which way but loose. He got what he wanted. It was a ploy. And because of your hubris and your ego, you fell for it 3 to 4 times over. And here we are. But with all this healing journey, she can't come to that realization. Interesting.
What are your thoughts on how I described a wife being of service to her husband and not always having to understand?
That's dead on. Every man, like you ask any man, that's what he want. Like, be a service. You ain't gotta always understand what I'm going through. I'm a man. For the most of the shit I'm going through, you can't even take it. So I'm not gonna even tell it to you. So all I need you to do is rub my back, rub my head. Let me get through this day. Do something to relax my mind besides saying, what's wrong? What can I do? Or why you tripping with me? It ain't even you. This man going out facing the world and bring the bag home while he facing the world. That's a lot of stress. A man every day ain't easy. And sometimes people think it is or may think like, oh, it didn't happen to me, but it's stressful. So that's what a man want out of a woman. That's what every man want out of a woman. Just rub my back, rub my head, relax my day. I'm going through enough. And sometimes talking about it is going through it. So I don't even want to talk about it.
Come on. And I asked you on purpose so that the men who are watching will feel validated by another man.
Yeah.
And the women who are watching, who are either wives already or in their preparing to be a wife season, could get that tool from a man, not just from a woman. Yeah. You said we're out facing the world every day.
Yeah.
And when a man makes you his world, bring peace to it.
Bring peace to it.
Straight up, bring peace to it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I'm going to say that again. When a man makes you his world, bring peace to it.
That's dope.
From Dr. Cheyenne. That is a great point.
That was a great point.
It's a lot here. A lot of variables, man. So like you say, ain't no playbook for none of this. But like I said, he up here pandering. He trying to pander to her because he was hot, but there was a little bit of truth of what he said.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of truth, but again, I think it's misunderstanding. He is saying you don't have to understand what happened today. But no, you got to understand your man. So there you go. Understand that when he comes home and he got that weird energy, don't come, hey, what's wrong? The understanding is just, hey, give him his little favorite drink, little shoulder massage. That's understanding. No, that needing him to give you a play-by-play of what transpired today, no. If it's not worth, then there you go. This is the burden of a man. And hyenas like Cheyenne don't like that. That's why they say, I don't need to understand. A man may come home from some business deal and things may not have went the way he wanted, and it ain't worth discussing. It's not going to sink the ship, and it ain't a positive discussion. It's over. Don't worry about it. It's not your concern. Modern hyenas like Cheyenne, they can't ingest that. I gotta know. This is where you put the saying, curiosity killed the cat. You don't need to know everything.
Or this is where you put on their greatest new term, hyper independent. So you're dealing with these hyper independent women, and they have always been in control of everything, and they will not relinquish. So they need to be in control.
There you go. And it's to their own detriment. That takes you out of your soft place, ladies. You don't need to know what that man been going through every day. If he ain't telling you, seriously learn your man. This is the importance of understanding and learning him. You don't have to be sitting there walking on eggshells because, he a little down in the dumps. What's wrong? And some of these wicked women, they man will come home, wearing the stress of the day, and they will get mad because he ain't upbeat. Don't be that woman.
Right there.
But also a man can bring peace to a woman as well.
Oh, it's definitely a duality of both. 100%. Yes. Since you said that, what would you say are ways that a man can bring peace to us women?
Protection, and not protection only physically, but just the fact that I know that at the end of the day, even though we're building an empire together, if I were to not be able to do anything or say I didn't want to do anything, he is going to get handled regardless of what my contribution is. I know that, and that's not just monetary. Like, it is monetary. Like, he's always got to the money, but at the same time, I know that he's always on point in the sense, like, our household is going to be whole. Like, from the standpoint of him being a good dad, from him being the leader of the household, he's always going to lead the household and make sure that everybody is okay and taken care of, emotionally, physically, all the things. So I feel like, a man knows that that's his job, and that's why, like you said, you got to face the world, and there's responsibilities that we don't have that we will never understand. But you know, there are other things.
I want to pin that because how many women you think understand what he said? And let me go further.
Yeah.
How many married women don't get that?
Yeah, that's true.
And they personalize everything that this man is going through. And in life, certain seasons bring out different traumas that happened 25, 35, for folks who are 40 years ago. And if that man is triggered by something in the 5th year or the 10th year of your marriage, and he came home and he's trying to figure out what he's feeling, and you need him to talk about something that he can't address, and you're personalizing it, now you're adding fuel to something this man is trying to process. That's not peace. Like he said, sometimes the man either doesn't want to speak about it because then that's going through it again, or sometimes he don't know how to talk. He don't know what the hell he's going through. And it's also okay to not know.
Right.
It's okay for folks not to know.
Right.
Now, we're not talking about men who come home and gaslight their wife and make it seem like nothing's going on. We're talking about healthy men. I want to bring that because some people be like, hold on, he going through something and it's that other woman and he trying to act like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So we got those type of men too. That is not okay. That's unhealthy. Cool. That's a form of abuse and that's gaslighting. We're talking about the healthy men who are really at home trying to put in the work, who don't understand everything.
And she's just talking, no experience, right? But she's the good doctor and she's a marriage counselor. I don't know what marriage counselor. Ain't no way in hell. You imagine your wife, y'all walk into a session and she in there, you'd be like, what the hell? Is this, am I being punked?
Yeah, where Ashton Kutcher at? Where the cameras at? Stop playing with my emotions, Smokey. I'm so tired of this trauma word. Trauma is real. We project babies, don't we know it? But she talking about he got to process some trauma from when he was 25 years old. I don't know how I feel about that. Like 25 years old, trauma, my understanding is, things that happen, in the past that there's nothing to learn from. You look back at this hardship or this terrible happening, and there's no lessons to pull from it to grow. It's just pain and anguish at the thought. So yeah, like I understand, like I said, being a kid and being mistreated, underloved, okay. That's trauma. Like there's really nothing to learn from that. But you 25, like I'm tired of it because it sounds like a daggone excuse. Oh, I got trauma. Trauma is real, but I'm tired of it sounding like an excuse. Oh, my trauma.
Because they have the right to be human.
Right.
And that woman needs to learn to respect that man's sanctuary as well, because there's two sanctuaries. There's one inside him and there's one for the marriage. And people have the right to be in solitude within themselves. And it's not personal to the other person. That's another thing that I had to learn that a lot of married couples can't identify with. Women in particular don't understand why he needs that time. Maybe that time is a time that makes y'all time better. I'm not saying a boys trip.
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying an overnight trip. Hell no. I'm totally getting, but I'm just saying, if there's a hour basketball run they doing, if there's a 45-minute sit in the man cave, if he's sitting in that chair he sits in, sometimes he don't even need you to say, baby, do you need anything? Sometimes what he needs is not even to say that, and it's okay.
Yep,
so listen, you sound like a married woman to me, because I feel like a lot of the things you're saying, I thought you could only learn from experience, but you're not married yet, but you do know. Like, honestly, I've always thought that when it comes to marriage, you don't know if you haven't been married. Like, there's a lot of things that you have to just see and feel and be in it.
Yeah.
But for you to have such an in-depth, perspective on how a man thinks within a relationship, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Honestly, I'm so glad we had this conversation. And now I see what you bring to sessions with married couples, and I see how, a therapist can really analyze and help you learn about yourself.
Sure.
And like I said, we've never done couples therapy, but we've had feedback from other couples that it's really effective. And now I see how, this is amazing.
Oh, no. All right. The thing is, she got a little bit of insight and she can speak a little bit of it, right? It's like somebody knowing the ingredients to make a pizza. All you need is dough and cheese and sauce and pepperonis. They say, oh, you must be a pizza maker. No, it's what I heard.
I really hope this is grade A pandering coming from the missus. I really do, because man, oh man, she sounds like a wife. Grade A pandering, sister. I'm gonna leave it alone. This is where Mr. Walker shall insert, to each his own. To each his own. You gotta live with this level of pandering. The kids is watching. That's why the kids is watching. I believe at some point we're gonna have to answer to our maker, and I would not be I ain't gonna have the Lord sitting there rolling back this footage. Like, why was you pandering to these hyenas and helping in the destruction of the youth, Mr. Walker? I will not be having that conversation.
Oh, I love
Amazing.
y'all.
That was
Thank
dope.
you.
That was dope.
It really is.
So,
yeah, and I want
wow.
to say, because I have relationship experience. Remember, there's the only relationship that exists is not just marriage.
Yeah.
People have been in relationships, unfortunately, that are deeper than a lot of married couples. You'll be surprised at how many folks are married and there's no depth. They don't know each other. There's no intimate conversations.
That's crazy.
They're not even talking about the things that they like sexually, but they're having a lot of sex. Wives that are afraid to communicate that they're not really having an orgasm. They're in session telling me, I want it this way, but I'm not the husband, right? So them learning how to communicate that. And these are folks who are on 15, 20-year marriages. And so I just thank you for saying that because relationship experience is what gives you wisdom, not the title of the relationship. Of course, I am big on marriage. Y'all know I advocate for it to the point where you thought I was saying everybody.
No, you don't. You advocate for women because you did not just speak for men. You are speaking from a woman's perspective, saying, oh, these women been married 15 years and she come in my office, talk about she can't orgasm, whatever. She can't bust one. Well, then ask the man now, right? It got to be two sides to a story. And he might come in and say, I've been telling her to lose 50 pounds. All right, I ain't into it like I used to be. Or whatever the case may be, there's a full story. Don't just tell her side.
Let's talk about it. So they in here telling you that they are sexually unsatisfied. Why are they not telling their husband? There's a reason why. And you just said it, Mr. X, because he gonna turn the mirror right back onto her. And these men and women are aware of this. That's why, a beta brother won't look at his wife and say, babe, you getting big, you need to get in the gym. Yeah, you got too big and my weenie ain't responding to you the way you desire. Let's work on it. That's love. But sisters, y'all got it easy. I promise you are not going to offend your man by telling him how you like it. We are not the same. Y'all might get offended. I don't know. But ain't no guy gonna be mad if you like, hey, come here, I want you to do this. But they can't do that because then now he, like you say, he liable to open up like, look, I'm all for that. But the visuals ain't visualized and I can't even give you what you need. Now they got to change.
I better be married. I'm not saying that, but I am saying for me, marriage and family is what it is.
That's dope.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you do get married, then you'll be able to use all these tools that you're giving all of your patients and clients and friends. Because I'm sure you probably help your friends. Do you feel like you share?
I don't.
You don't?
I unplug when it comes to them and their relationships. Interesting, before I was in the mental health field, I was very involved in helping in this with this and that with the relationships. And sometimes it would cause conflict. Yeah. Because I don't care what this sounds like, 99% of the time, 100%, I was right. Because I have always studied behavior before I was even a doctor. I knew what was going to happen next, a lot of times by what had already happened. And so now I totally remove myself from being in the relationship department with my strong opinion to the point where some of my best friends will say, you're so transactional now in that department. No, because I have a world. And if I bring you into it, I want what? Peace.
Yeah.
And if me having your best interest at heart brings turmoil to my peaceful world, you can have that unhealthy ass relationship. You can have that nothing ass man. You can have that cheating ass woman.
Yep.
And I will say, girl, what time we going to brunch? And don't bring that crying ass shit here. Because you don't want my opinion. And I'm not, and if I can't have equity in it, then I don't need you to be coming in and making deposits.
Did you learn that the hard way?
I learned it the hard way because I'm a person who, I marry my friends. And if this is my best friend, I love you while she love you. But baby, the moment she call and say she don't,
cut you off.
But then the moment she call back and say she do, I love you again.
But you gotta understand that.
And I'm also very open about it. Meaning I'm not scratching your back.
No.
You are her husband. You will know. I fuck with you all the way as long as she do. But if she pull the plug, we one plug. We one plug. That don't mean when I see you out, I won't say, hey. And I've even gone as far as texting a girlfriend and saying, girl, I just seen such and such out. I know he's going to speak. Is it cool if I say hi? Because I'm so respectful of my friendships. I don't take no risk with things that I love.
That's big.
At all.
At all. Big.
So, because I'm plugged in, the things you do to her, I feel.
Right.
And so it's like now you got a problem. with us.
Yeah.
And even though I know she's a powerhouse, let's just say she wasn't, you gon' get flames from over here. I'm that friend.
Yeah, I'm that friend. You know Cheyenne Bryant, long story short, lonely, miserable, 43. Some people say she capping. She do look about 50. Y'all women are aging. Y'all seen Ebony K. Williams the other night? After she gave birth to that baby, she looked 50-something now. Kendra all blowed out. Y'all bad.
I didn't hear anything come out of this sister's mouth that did not sound self-serving. Sorry, I'm not freaking sorry at all. Like, I'm starting to collect that in myself the 13 years I've been married. And that right there, none she said sounded conducive to a relationship at the freak all. Handle her, all of these goofy words. If this is your wife, you is a fool, boy. And she said she getting married. I'm here for it.
Oh, here we go. As far as Cheyenne, where you at, Leon? We got you.
Only you can save the good doctor.
This right here will get me some pussy tonight. But I don't want it. Not for this. Not with this. Fuck that. I don't want no pussy with this. This right here is paper. You want to? That's my rent. Hold on.
Yeah, Ninja. Yeah, I was about to say, tear it up in little pieces. Yeah, set it on fire.
This right here.
Do it.
This right here.
Do it.
This right here